Okay, welcome back to Everyday Lessons in the Bible. Today I was in Psalms 120, 121, and 122. And these next 15 Psalms, so 120 through 134, they're like the songs of ascent, so songs of a stairway. And there is different thoughts on it. Some say that it's the steps leading up to the going up the temple. And so each step they would sing a song, and they probably did. But then others believe, which is probably the original meaning behind the Psalms, is when David went to get the ark and bring it back home to Jerusalem, and they were singing along the way. These are probably songs that they sang. I mean, I would like to think that. And then maybe later it was going up the steps to the temple. So I don't know. Either way, they are that procession of coming back. And so, and that's kind of how you'll see that as we go through these next 15 Psalms of seeing, David feeling his journey along the way. And so the first one, Psalms 120, is God help me. And so this is at a time where he was praying for God to deliver him from darkness, and that there was so much war and condemnation and false accusations going on. And so, he just wanted peace. He wanted the people to live in peace and prosperity, but the people weren't of peace. They wanted war, and they were lying and condemning you and stuff. And so, he was crying out to God to deliver him from that. And then in Psalms 121, this one is God protects us. And so I love this verse because we've heard it so often. I lift my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. And I love that because, we have to lift our eyes up. If we're looking at other people or if we're looking on the ground, we're going to stumble and we're going to fall. And people are going to lead us astray. And so we have to look up. We have to look to the Lord for our guidance and direction. And he is our true helper and our protector. And he's the only one who can truly help you and protect you. And so he wants to guide you so that you don't stumble. And so you always have to remember that, when things aren't going right, maybe your eyes are focused on the wrong thing. And so God is always there to protect you, and he's always on your side day and night. So no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, God is always with you, and he is there to protect you and to keep you safe, and he watches over you, which is, I think, a beautiful thing because, I'm single, and it brings me great comfort to know that I am never alone, that God is always with me. No matter where I'm at, he is always with me. And so I just, encourage you to just have that kind of faith of where God is always there to protect you. He's always on your side, and he loves you so much. And that he is there now and forevermore, always there for you. And but I also, to remind you that it's those whose hearts are turned towards the Lord, those who are in relationship with the Lord, those are the ones that he is always protecting, that hedge of protection around you and being there for you because you want him there. Because the reality is, people that push him away, he's not there with them because they've turned from him. They've left the hedge of protection that he has for them, right? They've gone outside of it and are in the world, and that's where they're going to get eat up and, all kind of stuff is going to happen to them. And they don't even think that. And then they want to blame God. And it's like, God didn't move, you moved. Here's his little hedge of protection, and you moved out from it into the world, so it's not God's fault. And so Psalms 122 is just Jerusalem, and it's saying where God and man mingle. And so at the temple is what I think about. And I think of Jerusalem as the temple, and I think about our bodies as the temple. And so it talks about how, the walls of your life, are set in a firm foundation. And I think about our bodies, our souls, our spirit, like everything is in direct relationship with the Lord, firm foundation. Our bodies are the temple, and we should treat them as such. And so we worship God with our whole heart, and understanding that his law and judgments are set. They're not changing. He doesn't change his mind. He doesn't change what the rules are, the laws are. They are set, and his judgment is sure. So, you either come in alignment with it or you're out of alignment with God altogether. And so we can also intercede for our families, family members that we have that maybe are going the wrong direction, or maybe don't even know the Lord, or have but have strayed. We can intercede for them and pray for them every single day, that they would come back and know who God is and have a relationship with the Lord. And so, we can have that peace and security in our life always, because we know God is with us and loves us and is taking care of us. And so seek God with your whole heart, because he is good. He is so good.